here's a short video to give you a flavour of what we do at TheBrainLab Ltd. Our work is aimed at helping a wide variety of conditions: anxiety, depression, PTSD, ADHD, and so on. And our clients include military veterans, blue light responders, and members of the public who are either not suited to medication or simply have had no choice with pharmaceuticals. Now, a recording of the subject's brain is made in order to determine the best course of therapy, be it TMS, low-level PMF, heart rate variability training, photobiomodulation, or a combination. Now, why bother with QEEG? Electroencephalography, EEG, which is processed by a computer to become QEEG, quantitative electroencephalography. It is used to help visualize what is happening inside the brain, which is located and protected inside the skull. Now, the brain is encapsulated in a bone structure called the skull. Think of it as a laptop inside that skull. Now, the only way to find out how it's functioning is by recording and analyzing its functionality via a totally non-invasive method. Now, on this porcelain model, the main regions of the brain have been painted by my daughter, and the locations of sensors are used by neuroscientists as labeled or shown here. Now, first, a cap of sensors in specific locations is placed on the subject's skull. And after checking the connections, using impedances, etc., we at each site, a recording is made using a special amplifier capable of sensing very small voltages and small voltage changes as well. Now, over here is a recording of brain activity, which generates data which is used by a doctor or medical scientist as to how the brain is functioning. As mentioned already, each one of those traces is a recording of the activity from a sensor placed on a very specific part of the brain. Now, 10 to 20 layout of sensors, right? Here's a two-dimensional view of the top of the head. Nose at the top, ears on either side. This is the internationally recognized standard called the 1020. Each label is unique to the position and reveals cortical activity, which is crucial in determining what is happening under the skull. Now, LORETA, low resolution magnetic tomography. Here's an example. The developments in computing allow the activity deep inside the brain to be mapped. LORETA analysis is a courtesy of Roberto Pasquale Marquis. The clever bit is that it tells you which part of the brain is under or overactivated. It also provides a neuroanatomical name, all without having to physically look inside the skull. Now, brain maps. Another useful output of QEEG are brain maps. They show areas of imbalance and level of connectivity between areas. The data can be compared to a normalized database, which helps visualize imbalances. By that I mean areas of overactivity and areas of underactivity again. Okay. However, QEEG can also be done by measuring the brain performing under a task, because simply clicking a computer mouse when a particular picture appears can be processed by a computer to reveal its functionality, which can explain symptoms. Now, here is an example analysis done through MATLAB. That's a service under continuous development by the University of San Diego. It is useful because even the slightest movement of the person under study affects the recording in the same way as if we were trying to record someone's conversation during a noisy party. So, to wrap up here, the QEEG recordings are used to determine the nature of the imbalance in a particular subject and tailor the therapy to that individual. For instance, a constantly anxious person can end up with depression because the brain is trying to protect itself. Therefore, the anxiety component is to be targeted first. It's essential to know what we have in front of us before we're capable of doing me anything to help. Now, a good example of the effectiveness of QEEG is demonstrated by in this peer-reviewed publication in the Journal of Affective Disorders by our colleagues Dr. Colin Robertson and Prozan Mortimer, published in April 2022, covering work done within the NHS. Now, for more information, please look up www.TheBrainLab.co.uk, or please get in touch by emailing info@TheBrainLab.co.uk. Thank you.